Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it's the 29th of December, 2023. Almost 7 a.m. in the morning. We're expecting a food delivery from Walmart that will be here in about an hour. So you know this video won't be longer than an hour. Um, been moving things around, making changes. One of the things and it's difficult for me to do it because of my arthritis and what have you. But I've been running the cables, and I want the cables, like right over here underneath this monitor here. I've got a circuit board, a extension thing right on the desk here, so I can plug things into that, so I don't have to get down on the floor. Of course, down underneath the floor is also a power, a power unit, and then over here on the floor, not being used very much right now because I rearranged things, there's a power unit, and then right here on the desk is a power unit. So I've got the cables running as short as I can, and I don't want to be sitting here in this chair and putting my feet out and I'm hitting wires. And I don't want to come into the room and have wires hanging, down. I want them to run. So that's what I've been doing. This is the Razor camera again, and I had trouble when I made all these changes and everything. Then it didn't want to be. It was said something else is it's being used, and whatever. So I've got. See if this one is plugged in. I'm not sure if this is plugged in or not. This is the. I think this is a very popular, Logitech camera. I forget what the number of it is now. It's used a lot. And now it started giving me trouble. I mean, it's not broken. It's just the drivers and things like that. Then, of course, there's this. This is a little better upgrade of a Logitech, and it looks like there's a lot of smudges on the thing. It uses a micro USB. Not sure if I can. Right now, I'm just going to do this with this, and as you can see, there's a lot of clutter here. I think the microphone is going to work just the way that when I move things here, the monitors were, well, they've been all over the place, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The monitors were here, a couple of days ago or something, on this desk, this one. But now I'm using this desk and they're on it. So, what's going on? Okay, my cataract surgery. I finally got connected with my doctor's office, my regular doctor's office, and they have to do a exam of me and do lab work even, apparently, which I don't mind. I take my urine in with me so I don't have to worry about trying to collect it in there at the hospital or there at the doctor's office. And then drawing the blood, I don't, not a problem for me now. Don't care. I mean, it's not a problem. So they have to do lab work, and then they have to do. Now the only problem is let me see if I can remember. Okay, my regular doctor's office cannot cannot get me in so that they can fill out a little tiny form. They can't get me in until January 11th. And January 11th is, I'm supposed to have my first surgery on January 3rd. And my regular doctor can't see me till the 11th. On the 11th is 1 week after surgery, and so they're going. My eye doctor's going to is going to have to reschedule, both of my. And the first one, I guess could be January 11th. Well, they wouldn't get the paperwork till, So it looks like, although to tell you the truth, I don't like going to doctors and all that kind of stuff, but I'm having a hell of a time seeing. And I've almost got hit by a car walking across the street. I have trouble, with these cataracts. If there is morning sunlight or afternoon sunlight, coming at my eyes, it just, I can't see. Now there was by the way, the moon, I mentioned this in another video, the moon the other day was really, but I couldn't see the surface, of the, I saw it, it was big and it was yellow and, or white or whatever. And, but then, I think yesterday morning, I don't know if that would show up. By the way, I just switched from my cell phone over to the cell phone that I have repeatedly talked about all the problem that I had with it. This is the Samsung Galaxy 9 or whatever. And it's actually working. It's working better. I don't know, I don't know what I think this thing hates me, but it's much better than what it was, and it has some pluses over the Motorola, and now I think this may work out for me. Unless it decides to go crazy on me again. The screen resolution is definitely better, and the colors are better. But, so anyway, this is also about 3 months ago, I went to Mint. I think I had them before that, though. I think I had them for quite a while. But about 3 months ago, or did I go with a Mint? But I switched to Mint. I can't remember. But I went to Mint, and S3 Verge Revisited. I don't know what this is all about. So about 3 months ago, let's say, I went to Virgin and I signed up for 3 months with one of their plans, a good plan, but a good price, 3 months. Now, about, I think, I may be wrong on this, about 2 months ago, my bank was hacked into, and I had to get a new bank number. I never used checks, hardly ever use a check, but had to get a new number for that. And it took, I think they said it took, how many was it, 14, whatever it was, it took a few days longer than what they said it would take to get the thing to me. And so I couldn't use my bank account. I have a PayPal account, but they're not a bank account. And I won't repeat it because I think I made videos about it. But what happened is, now we've always never been late with them, and I've been here 12 years. And now Darlene, she wasn't exactly late. What happened was, on the last day, she wrote a check for them. That's before I moved here. And she wrote it on her wrong bank. And there wasn't enough money in there for that, so she made another check out, and gave it to them. So anyway, neither one of us have ever been late. They have a policy here, I guess, now, that we always pay by, electronically, which is a great way to do it. But, so, we were going to be, well, we were longer than that. Well, we paid every day, but it was, they don't take checks here. And they don't take money orders, and they don't take, the only thing they take is money directly from your bank, or what's it called? I never heard of them actually before. It's a place you can go to, and they issue you one of their checks or whatever. And you have to go there in person to those people, and then they will, well, I guess you could do it online. It was a mess. And so we had to pay, waiting for the bank card to come. I had the money in the bank. And, but, so, we had to pay first day for not paying. I mean, we could pay, but we couldn't pay because they would not take a check. Actually, I couldn't write a check because I didn't have the new, whatever. But they wouldn't take any, So we paid $50 for not paying the first day, and then we paid $5 each day until it came, and then right away I could pay it, pay the thing. A family member went to the site where you pay, and used their card, and and they would only take, somebody else can use their name. It had to be me using my bank account, whatever. So finally we got it taken care of. Then the problem was, I had a bunch of things that automatically came out, and so the bank card number, we got a new bank card number, and so I missed one. I missed more than one, I found out. I missed two. I missed one, and was no big deal. It wasn't any big deal. Then I just paid them by PayPal or did something until I got the, I think I already had the card. So then I could just, I could just tell them the name. So then I remember I'd paid for Mint. Anyway, I thought that I had changed everything. And then a few days ago or whatever, my Motorola stylus was acting weird, and then I got a pop-up, just a little tiny pop-up that said card or something. I forget what it was. Very obscure. Did not work or something. And of course that was gone. Where is it? What was that message or whatever? So then, and the cell phone was doing some other strange shit. So anyway, I called them on the telephone, which I don't normally do, and got a real nice guy. Now he had, he's one of these people that's in a room or whatever, and I have hearing difficulty. Not only can I not see well, I can't hear well. And real nice guy, but I said, okay, I'm going to have probably some difficulty understanding it because of the people in the background. And then I said, let's try. I said, I have some hearing problem. And he said, well, okay, give me your phone number. So I gave him the phone number. And he said, oh, okay, well, that wasn't paid, so it was canceled. And I said, oh, okay, well, I said, I forget what I told him. I hope I didn't tell him this entire story, or I didn't. And he said, well, let me enter your phone number. I was afraid I didn't have the phone number at this, before this, right before this, I thought, I don't have a phone number, And anyway, and I tried to checking in online, and it thought that all my information was popping up. And it was, the stuff was popping up. Things I'm signed up for and all that kind of stuff. But it kept wanting me to register as a new customer. And I thought, I'm getting this data here. I'm not a new customer or whatever. So anyway, this guy right away, within just, seconds or whatever, he says, give me your phone number, And I gave it to him. And he said, okay, here's your account. It wasn't paid. And I said, do I have to go through, He says, no. He says, I'll switch you over to another desk, and you can pay the what you want to pay for, And then you'll be good to go. And that's what happened exactly. I got switched over, gave him the bank card information and everything, and came back and the phone was working, phone was working fine. That's working fine now. So it's really difficult with my hearing, and I've had hearing difficulty, which is, since the time I was in the first grade. And it got worse, and then especially working as a Boilermaker and as a welder and having people, loud noises and people beating on steel with, sledgehammers and everything. That didn't help my hearing at all. And so I think I'm back, except my eye surgery is going to be delayed. And, of course, I don't like going to the doctor, so on the one hand, okay, but I have difficulty seeing, a lot of difficulty, and I almost got hit by a car. I mentioned that. I was mailing that'd be kind of sad, wouldn't it, mailing some old photographs to my oldest daughter that she can use on her TikTok site. And I'd sent some already. And I'll leave it in case you go see her site. I won't spoil the laughing point or whatever. But anyway, I was going to, we have a mailbox here in the apartment complex, but it won't take big things, and this was kind of big. I still got a whole bunch more of pictures. But the pictures I just sent, I was crossing the street, Camp Bowie Boulevard, and I usually don't cross at the, and I didn't this time either. I use because you know it's four-way stop and what have you, and that's kind of a dangerous, you know, because there's cars there, and then there's one that want to make turns and all that kind of stuff. So I usually go down, which works out okay. Down a little ways across from Taco Casa, and cross right there, which is sort of, it's not in the middle of the block exactly, but that way I don't have cars from, and there's an island in the middle too, so that's great. But, so anyway, the cars were stopped. You know, I'd crossed the one, you know, to the middle thing, and the cars were stopped. I looked down, and I could luckily see them because the sun wasn't, you know, right, and I could see the cars were stopped. And so then I started across, and there was only 2 or 3 cars there, and then zoom, this guy, and he came like this close to me, you know, and I'd been walking into him, or he would have hit me. He hit me for sure, and he sped up. I mean, all he had to do was just not stop for me, you know, just not speed up, and he sped up, and you know, it was about that much room. So I need to get these eyes fixed. So anyway, I will have to go see the doctor, but he can't see me for the exam. So it's going to be, I guess, well, it's the eye people say, you know, on the paperwork, you know, this, I've had it right, I have it right here. Okay, where is that? Okay. Okay, here it is. Please fully complete the, okay. Physical must be dated within 30 days of surgery. And this thing, it's patient, okay, it says patient has been re-examined, and there are no challenges since previous H&P. I didn't know what H&P does, but they got spelled out someplace. This is supposed to be a minor, you know, a very minor thing. They don't check very much. But, so, anyway, I'm supposed to have surgery. I was supposed to have surgery. I have to contact the eye doctor's office. My surgery has been scheduled for January 3rd. You know, has been for January 3rd. And then on January 4th, of course, I have to go after the 3rd, and then I'm going to have surgery. The second surgery will be on January 17th. I'm not going to see my regular doctor to get the paperwork I need till January 11th. Oh, but it says on here that this thing from the, you know, that this is not a anyway. It says it's not a regular, but you know, it's a regular one. You know, they're going to do lab work, and so well. It's, what time is it? Oh, it's only 7:16 a.m. Food should be here at 8. They sometimes come early. Maybe I should stop this. I would like to put that camera in a different place, so maybe the next video I'll have the camera someplace else. Anyway, thanks. I don't think I told you what I wanted to tell you or anything else. Maybe I did. Anyway, thanks very much for watching.